This is your hometown news leader, WDBJ 7.
We're equipped. We're going to do a job for you folks, and you're going to be really happy in Virginia, I'll tell you.
Now at 5, Donald Trump returns to battleground Virginia. We are live in Abingdon as the Republican presidential candidate makes another appeal to voters in Southwest Virginia. Good evening. I'm Jean Jadhan, live in Abingdon, Virginia at the Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center, where Donald Trump just finished speaking about 1 hour ago. I'm joined by my colleague, senior reporter, WDBJ 7's Joe DeShiel, for special team coverage. When Donald Trump took the stage this afternoon, he was surrounded by coal miners, many of them wearing hard hats, those hats that they wear every day when they are working in the mines. Donald Trump took the stage carrying a sign that read, "Trump digs coal," to a cheering crowd. He then brought a 95-year-old coal miner up on stage, a man who has worked in coal mining for 68 years. But then Donald Trump quickly began criticizing the Obama administration and Hillary Clinton, saying the policies that they have put in place have hurt everything from manufacturing to education.
The U.S. has lost nearly 200,000 mining jobs since 2014, and it's not a long period of time. Look at what's happening with our education. Look at where we're ranked worldwide. It's not working, folks. We don't need bureaucrats in Washington telling us how to educate our children in Virginia, okay?
And as you can hear, that received a round of applause from the crowd here. But what really got this group fired up inside the Higher Education Center was all of the talk about the coal industry, how it's been hurt by the policies Trump says that have been put in place, and how he will help the coal industry. Senior reporter Joe DeShiel is here with more now on that. Joe.
Well, Gina, it was clear when people were lining up here at the Higher Education Center in Abingdon that Southwest Virginia's coal industry would be well represented. And Donald Trump wasted no time getting to the issue, blaming Democrats for the decline of the coal industry. He said President Obama had been a disaster for coal and Hillary Clinton would be worse.
This is going to be, I think it's our last shot. I know this. It is the last shot for the miners. It is the last shot for the miners. That I know. That I know. And I'm not like a neutral for the miners. I'm not like, oh, well, he'll be all right. Hillary will be a horror show, and I'm going to be an unbelievable positive, but this is the last shot. The mines will be gone.
Donald Trump said he knew that many people in southwestern Virginia are frustrated. Many do not always vote, but he urged them to give it one more shot. Gene, he said that people in southwestern Virginia need to make sure that their friends and family make it to the polls in November.
I know he said if you're exhausted, if you're tired, if you're down and out by what's gone on in the coal industry, make sure you at least have the energy to get out and vote come November 8th. We are going to head back to the studio and Chris Hurst in Roanoke. Chris, I spoke with some of the coal miners here today, a wife of a coal miner, a man who works as an engineer in the coal mining industry. We will hear their reaction to Donald Trump's thoughts on the industry. That's coming up at 6.
His first visit this year to kind of the coal field section of our Commonwealth. Gene, want to hear more on what he had to say about that. Prior to today's speech, Trump held a roundtable discussion with coal mining executives. He told them they've been put in an impossible position and that Hillary Clinton wants to close the mines. Trump told them that he wants clean water and air, but also jobs and energy. He was joined by 9th District Congressman Morgan Griffith at the roundtable. On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton's campaign has formed a new group of elite Republicans and independents who say they will work to elect her. Clinton was in Des Moines, Iowa today.
So in my first 100 days, we are going to do some big investments in infrastructure and clean energy technology and advanced manufacturing and small business.
Also today, conservative watchdog group says it has access to emails, some suggesting possible ties between the Clinton Foundation and the State Department. The Trump campaign says the latest emails show more Clinton character flaws and that she views public office as a way to get rich. Recent polls show Trump is down double digits in Virginia, an important battleground state this election season. And this won't be the last time we see either member from the Republican presidential ticket in Virginia, according to our political analyst. And Tim Kaine's connection to Virginia means the Commonwealth is crucial for Trump.
And it's very significant that he's in South Side and Southwest Virginia because that's the Republican stronghold. He's certainly also in his appeals in terms of energy and coal. So it's not surprising to us that he and the vice presidential nominee keep coming.
Denton says Virginia has now slipped out of the top 5 battleground states, but is still an important one to watch. He says it's not as crucial to Hillary Clinton. We'll have much more coverage of today's Trump visit coming up tonight at 6, and you can always check out our complete coverage on WDBJ7.com and our app. Some of you may have been wondering what that bright object in the sky was today. Finally, some sunshine. Meteorologist Brent Watts has a look on what we can expect, though, for the rest of the week.
Hey, Chris, not a bad evening. Hopefully you're able to get some things done outdoors today. Maybe let the lawn dry out and get that mowed before we do have some more showers that start to move back in. Average high this time of year for August around 87 degrees, and that's where we are now in Roanoke and Lynchburg, also in Stanton right now, and in the mid-80s from Blacksburg to Danville, around 85 degrees. And we're going to keep some clouds moving through the area this evening. Also can't rule out a stray shower. This big low pressure system really dominating the weather forecast for us. We've got that low that pretty much is bringing in that onshore flow, keeping some humid conditions around over the next couple days. And it's also driving really the pattern that we're going to see at least through the end of the weekend, maybe in the next week, where we get these showers that come in from the south and move through. Right now in the Martinsville, Stewart, Patrick County getting some showers, and those are moving towards Floyd and also into Franklin County. So just be aware we're going to have the chance of showers until about midnight. Very hit or miss, so many areas will stay dry. Those lows are around 70. Chris, the clouds fill back in tonight. We'll talk about our shower chances for the rest of the week and the weekend next.
Authorities in Henry County say a body discovered this week may be the body of a missing man. Deputies found a man's body on Appalachian Drive in Fieldale Monday. Authorities say the body shares similarities with Everett Bivens Jr., who was last seen August 1st. It's not clear, though, if they are the same person. The sheriff's office is looking for a man named Roger Amos in connection to this case. He's an acquaintance of Bivens. If you have any information, call the Henry County Sheriff's Office. A year ago, Danville City Council decided to remove a Confederate flag from a monument on city property. But now flag supporters are asking the question, where did that flag go? WDBJ 7's Daniel Staub joins us tonight from the Danville Museum of Fine Arts and History with an answer.
Yes, Chris, when Danville City Council last year voted to take that flag down, one of the conditions was to take that flag and put it into the museum. That hasn't happened yet. Over the years, many different versions of the Confederate flag flew from this flagpole.
And it was to their blood and to their sacrifice in the war, and I think they did a wrong thing by taking it down.
Last August, the Confederate flag came down after a vote by City Council. And with that vote came a solution of what to do with it.
The flag, in my view, must come down and be placed inside the museum for present and future historic purposes.
It's been a year now and the flag's still not back in the museum.
Leaders at the Danville Museum of Fine Arts and History say they do not have the exact flag that came down in August of 2015. The former director of the museum would not accept the flag as a gift. So now Wayne Bird of the Heritage Preservation Association has it.
We want to have authentic period artifacts. So to display modern reproductions in a way cheapens the museum experience.
The display inside the museum starts in March 1861 and illustrates the evolution of the Confederate flag until the modern-day Southern Cross, most commonly known as the rebel flag.
Museum leaders say the museum is about the history of the Civil War, and the 3,000 square feet of displays inside are sufficient. The Sons of the Confederate Veterans say it's still upset the flag was taken down and not put inside.
To show the representation of what was out on the pole, a true picture of what was taken down.
Museum leaders are encouraging anyone who wants to learn more about the Confederate flag to come inside the museum and do just that. But as for right now, they are supporting further discussion, but the flag is not on that flagpole, and its flag itself is with the Heritage Preservation Association. Chris?
And just to be clear, Danielle, that flag is a modern replica, and that's why they won't have it inside the museum?
Yes, exactly, Chris. The museum leaders say that they want to put facts and artifacts in the museum that represent things and times and places that have happened in history.
In history. Okay. All right, Danielle. We had the question. You got us the answer. We appreciate that. We are still 6 months away from the annual Girl Scout cookie sale, but the Scouts are making a big announcement today. 2017 marks the 100th anniversary of the cookie sale. Area girls are gathering right now at Virginia Skyline Council's Camp Ishimani in Roanoke County. They'll be selling a brand new cookie this year to celebrate. The Girl Scout S'mores cookie is a graham cracker dipped in marshmallow icing and coated with chocolate. The cookie release ties in with today's holiday, National S'mores Day. Wish you could get some now. You're watching your hometown news leader, WDBJ 7. The CDC has some new tips on how you can avoid the dangers of Lyme disease. The details in tonight's Hometown Health. And equestrian fans jump for joy. More about an event this week for horse lovers in Lexington.